U.S. Central Command Chief General David Petraeus has praised what he calls Pakistan's constructive involvement in reaching out to Taliban leaders across the border in Afghanistan. The comments mark a significant new stage in the push to bring about a negotiated settlement in Afghanistan and eventual military withdrawal.
For the longest time, the Pakistani and the American positions have never gelled together. The Pakistanis were not on the same page with the Americans in terms of how they saw the Taliban. Therefore, I think that this statement from Petraeus today and the one from General Kayani 2 days ago show that that gap is being bridged.
Welcome to Dispatch. I'm Marla Dial. Earlier this week, Pakistani Army Chief Ashfaq Kayani told reporters that Islamabad wants stability in Afghanistan, but that it doesn't want to control its neighbor to the west. The statements marked a shift in strategy from Pakistan, which was one of the few governments to recognize and support Afghanistan's Taliban leadership prior to the 9/11 attacks. Pakistan's views on Islamist militants began to shift in late 2003 after al-Qaeda attempted to kill then-President Pervez Musharraf, but the leadership's outlook on Taliban factions in Afghanistan and those in Pakistan remain separate issues.
Over the last year or so, we've seen the Pakistanis rethink this whole strategic game board that they're playing right now. And finally, they've come to terms with the reality that they can't deal with the Taliban in a negotiation format on the other side of the border and fight Taliban on their side of the border. Those are, contradictory issues, so they have to find another way out.
The path forward now seems clearer, with a general consensus that political talks with the Taliban must be part of the process. And on Wednesday, the views of top Pakistani and American military chiefs seem to be in alignment. According to General Petraeus,
Pakistan should be involved in the negotiation process, and the United States is basically finding that as the most useful aspect of the Pakistani input into this whole war effort. Finally, he doesn't rule out the possibility of reconciliation at some point down the line with senior Taliban leadership.
Bokhari says Petraeus' statements indicate U.S. commanders will pursue negotiations with Afghan Taliban without waiting to assess results of the surge, while also stepping up missile strikes and military assistance for Pakistani troops fighting Taliban factions across the border.
So you have both streams running parallel, and the goal is that at some point in the future, these two streams will merge into some form of settlement in terms of a new Afghan government where there will be a Afghan Taliban presence, and I suspect it will be significant.